Some extinct animals look strange. These look like the planet had a nightmare, fed it into an AI image generator, and accidentally hit "make it real." A worm with needle spines rising from its back. A predator shaped like a shrimp, a squid, and a broken machine. A creature with 5 eyes and a claw on the end of a hose. And one fossil so confusing that scientists still argue whether it was closer to a worm, a fish, or something nature erased on purpose. These are extinct animals that look like AI-generated nightmares. And the disturbing part is not just that they existed. The disturbing part is that for millions of years, creatures like this were normal. Before dinosaurs, before forests, the oceans were a dark laboratory. The seafloor was cold, muddy, and crowded with bodies that had no blueprint we would recognize today. Life was testing mouths, eyes, armor, legs, and weapons. Some became the ancestors of animals we know. Others vanished so completely that when their fossils were found, people thought the rocks were lying. And later, there is one creature that fooled scientists so badly they literally reconstructed it upside down. But the strangest animal in this story may be the one with no clear family tree at all, because even now, it still feels like a fossil with missing instructions. Let's start with Hallucigenia, because even the name sounds like a warning. Hallucigenia was tiny, only a few centimeters long, but if it crawled across your hand today, every instinct in your body would scream to shake it off. Its body looked like a thin, soft worm, but rising from its back were long, stiff spines, like a living comb made of needles. Underneath it were pairs of little legs, ending in claws so small they almost look unreal. It lived in the Cambrian seas, where the ocean floor was a moving carpet of strange mouths, shells, stalks, and crawling things. The creepiest part is that Hallucigenia did not even make sense when scientists first looked at it. The fossil was so alien that researchers struggled to tell which side was up. For a time, those spines were thought to be legs, while the actual legs were mistaken for floppy tentacles. This animal was so bizarre that science looked at it and accidentally flipped reality. Picture it in dim Cambrian water. Not fast, not powerful, just creeping. Its claws grip the seafloor. Its spines stick upward like a warning fence. Mud shifts around it. Tiny particles drift like dust in a dark room. It does not look like a giant monster. It looks worse. It looks like something small enough to miss until it is already touching you. But Hallucigenia was only the beginning. The Cambrian Ocean also had predators, and one of them looked like evolution built a weapon before it knew what a fish was. Anomalocaris was one of the most terrifying animals of its time. Its name means strange shrimp, but this thing was a swimming nightmare with side flaps, compound eyes, curved grabbing arms, and a circular mouth made of hard plates. In an ocean full of small-shelled animals, Anomalocaris was enormous. Not shark enormous, but in that world, it was the shadow overhead. It moved with a smooth, rippling motion. The side flaps along its body pulsed in waves, pushing it forward like a living blade. Its big eyes scanned the water. Its front appendages reached out, jointed and spiny, ready to seize whatever drifted too close. Then came the mouth, round, armored, and wrong-looking, like a biological trapdoor. For a long time, parts of Anomalocaris were found separately and mistaken for different animals. Its mouth looked like one fossil. Its claws looked like another. Its body looked like something else entirely. It was as if every piece belonged to a different horror design.
And then there is Opabinia.
If Anomalocaris was the predator that looked like a weapon, Opabinia was the creature that looked like a mistake someone refused to erase. It had a soft, segmented body with swimming flaps along the sides. It had 5 eyes sitting on stalks above its head. 5. And in front of its face, it had a long, flexible proboscis ending in a claw. A hose with a hand on it. That is the simplest way to say it, and it still sounds fake. Opabinia did not need to be huge to be unsettling. It was strange in a way that feels personal, like your brain keeps trying to place it into a category and failing. Shrimp? Worm? Alien tadpole? A cartoon monster drawn by someone who had never seen an animal before? None of those fit. In the Burgess Shale world, the water was murky, green-gray, and thick with life. Soft-bodied creatures glided, crawled, and pulsed through the current. Nothing had the comforting shape of a modern fish, just ancient mud, dim light, and animals built from questions. Opabinia moves like a drifting secret. Its flaps ripple, its 5 eyes scan. The proboscis hangs forward, feeling through the water, then pinching food from the sediment. It is not attacking like a shark. It is searching. But now we reach the fossil that might be the most controversial nightmare of them all. The Tully Monster. Tully monstrum, better known as the Tully Monster, lived much later than these Cambrian creatures in the muddy coastal waters of what is now Illinois. It had a soft body, a tail fin, eyes sticking out on a bar-like structure, and a long snout ending in a tiny claw or mouth part. It looks like a swimming worm designed from spare parts. Not majestic, not elegant. The kind of animal that makes you lean closer and feel more confused than when you started. And the mystery is not just how it looked. The mystery is what it was. Some researchers have argued it may have been related to vertebrates, somewhere near jawless fish. Others push back. The details are slippery. The eye structures, the possible gut, the possible notochord, the shape of the snout. Every feature seems to invite an argument. The Tully Monster is not just an extinct animal. It is a scientific headache preserved in stone. That is the open loop finally closing. This is the creature with no clean family tree. It is weird because classification itself seems to break around it. That is what makes all of this so unsettling. These animals were not fantasy creatures. Hallucigenia really crawled. Anomalocaris really hunted. Opabinia really waved that claw-tipped proboscis through ancient water. The Tully Monster really left its strange body pressed into stone. The ancient ocean was not a polished ecosystem. It was a workshop with the lights off. Eyes were being multiplied. Mouths were being moved to impossible places. Limbs were becoming claws, flaps, spines, and feelers. Some designs became the roots of modern life. Some vanished forever. And the scariest part, we only know the ones that fossilized. The rest disappeared without a trace.